Every dealer watching this knows the 60-day clock. The unit hits your floor plan. It's got about 60 days to retail, and when it doesn't, you're hauling it back to the auction to take wholesale money for a car you've been paying interest on the whole time. The cycle is the quiet leak in your store, and I'm about to show you the exact same unit pays you $300 to $550 a week instead, all right? I coach car rental operators for a living, all right? I run my own fleet in Dallas, Texas. You're called MTB Exotics. You make over $70,000 a month, and lately my sales calendar keeps filling up with dealers or car flippers asking me one question: should I be renting these things out? Yes, seriously. And by the end of this video, guys, you'll have the real math on what a car sitting costs you, proof this already works at the franchise level and also at the flipper level, and straight answers on the three things that you're already worried about: where, liability, and the logistics of it. All right, so let's jump right into it. What a sitting car actually costs you. So you already noticed, but let's put real numbers on it. All right, every unit on your lot is on the clock. A $32,000 unit floored at say 6% is going to cost you about $526 a day in interest alone. At 90 days, that unit has already eaten roughly $1,200 to $1,249 in carrying costs before any fees, right? Cox Automotive's own math: if your holding cost is $44.63 a day per unit and a car takes 60 days to turn around, you just spent $2,677 of a $3,000 front end profit holding it, all right? And cars are sitting longer. New vehicle days supply hits 88 days in late 2025, up from 71 a year before. Floor plan expense per vehicle jumped about 39% in 1/4 of 2025. Now, if you flip it, a cheap economy car unit with a renter in it nets you about $1,000 to $1,600 per month. And this is going weekly rates, right? Which run anywhere from $300 on the low end to $550 a week, depending on your market. It's the same car. One version is draining your money every single day it sits. The other version pays you every Friday. And here's what makes your position unfair: the thing killing everyone else in the rental business is the thing that you already have. All right, so let's jump into the next section. You're sitting on a gold mine everyone else is digging for. I've trained hundreds of people to build rental fleets, but the number one problem isn't finding renters. It's actually getting the cars and getting them at the best prices. All right, my student Amber Williams spent weeks of letdowns and stress before she finally brought home her first rental car. One car took her weeks. Another student, Andrew Harris, set a goal to buy his first car by the end of March, and he almost missed it. That's the normal experience. Regular people hunt on marketplace and auctions for months just to get one car. My students spend months building business credit and chasing 0% funding just to add a second or a third car to their fleet. Even the winners hit this wall. Ron Hicks is one of my top students right now. He spent $7,500 a month with 8 cars, and his exact words in my community were, "I need more cars so I can push through $10,000. All right, every car they're grinding months for is a car you're staring at on your lot right now. Plus, you've got the dealer license, you've got auction access, wholesale pricing, you probably would have a service bay and reconditioning at cost. You literally start this business from the finish line. The demand side is bigger than it's ever been. DoorDash had over 8 million Dashers signed up in 2024. Uber has 1 million active US drivers. Their car is their income. And when it breaks down or ages out of the apps, they need a replacement the same day. The companies built to rent to these drivers just collapsed. All right, Hire Car went into bankruptcy in 2023. GetAround bought it. Then GetAround shut down its entire US operation in February of 2025. So what's left for these guys, all right? They have the Uber rental program through Hertz and Avis, which costs them anywhere from $250 to $300 a week, plus gas, taxes, and a deposit. And if renting inventory sounds beneath a dealership, Toyota actually disagrees. Toyota is a rental program that runs only through Toyota dealers. Cars stay in rental service about 4 months. Then the dealer retails them as low mileage used units. The rental doesn't compete with the sale, all right? It's a 4-month head start on the sale, all right? So guys, the model is proven. The demand is actually real, and you already own the hard part. So now let's deal with the 3 objections that you've been thinking about the whole time. If you're a dealer or a car flipper, and you want to talk through what this looks like with your specific inventory, right? I want you guys to click the link in the description to book a call with me. I'm going to look at your situation, your lot, your market, and tell you straight up whether this makes sense for your store, all right? Now, section number 3, guys, let's handle the 3 objections, all right? 3 objections, let's handle them straight, all right? Objection number 1 is going to be the wear and tear on the car and the miles, all right? Yes, a gig worker is going to put miles on your car, right? And that's why the rate is typically $300 to $550 a week, all right? The wear is already priced in. Number 2, you're not renting your fresh trade-ins, all right? You're renting the units staring down the 60-day clock, all right? Those cars are headed back to the auction at wholesale anyways, all right? The question is whether they leave your lot as a loss or leave after months of paying you, all right? And here's what that looks like, the real numbers, all right? A dealer I work with bought a Kia Forte at an auction for about $10,000, all right? He put a renter in it for 3 months and he collected about $4,000 on that car. Then he still retailed the same exact car for $1,650. The rental didn't hurt the sale. It paid the holding costs and some, all right? Now, you recondition these cars at cost in your own shop. Nobody in the rental business has cheaper maintenance than you guys. Now, if you have newer cars that you want to also run this play with, I would highly suggest that you limit the miles too, right? You don't necessarily have to give these people unlimited miles. So you could limit the miles with those newer units, right, that you're more worried about. That way, you don't depreciate them too much, and then you can still make the rental income and then still get out of those cars on time and still profit selling them retail. All right. Now, objection number 2 is going to be liability and insurance. All right. Commercial rental insurance exists and it's not exotic either. Right. On economy cars, it costs anywhere from $80 to $130 a month per car. All right. Now, you vet your clients just like you vet your buyers. Right. Have a license, proof of income, a deposit, credit card authorization, a signed rental agreement. All right. And you already vet strangers for a living, all right? Every test drive you hand out is a liability decision, right? This is the same muscle with a contract, right? And a deposit, and also having a kill switch attached in the car. The GPS tracker, guys, with a kill switch on every unit costs you about $80 to $150 one time. Most of you dealers already have these in these cars. The car goes where it shouldn't. You just shut it off and go get it, all right? Now, for most of you guys that are just flipping cars, running this play should be super simple, all right? Not complicated. A lot of times you guys are already self-financing these vehicles, and so maybe your floor plan companies don't have issues with you guys renting out your vehicles. Now, if you're a bigger dealership and maybe you have limitations in your floor plan agreement preventing you specifically from doing this, maybe you want to set aside a few owned units that you guys could do this with, that maybe you self-finance, and before you start to dabble into touching your floor plan cars, all right? So it all depends specifically on your situation, but a lot of the people in my academy that are either car flippers or dealers are able to successfully run this play. All right. Now, objection number 3, logistics and who runs this. All right. This is not a second dealership worth of work. All right. Bookings, contracts, deposits, and payments all run through a rental software. All right. We use a rental software called Fleet Finesse. It only costs you guys about $97 and it has a free trial attached to it. All right. It's the second link in the description. All right. One person on your existing staff can manage a handful of rental units alongside their day job, okay? Handoffs happen at the store, which you already operate, all right? And remember, guys, the Toyota loop, right, that I mentioned earlier, the renter standing in your showroom every week to pay or swap a car is a warm buyer who walked in on their own, all right? Never know, tomorrow they could also be the person that buys that vehicle from you eventually, all right? So the objections all have answers, all right? And here's what week 1 actually looks like for you guys when you actually start this, all right? So I want you guys to pick 2 or 3 units, all right, that have sat the longest on your lot. Cheap, reliable, boring cars, all right? The Camrys, the Malibus of your lot, right? Set them up. Get your commercial insurance, a GPS and a kill switch, a rental agreement, rental software through Fleet Finesse. Then rent them weekly, specifically renting them out to people like maybe traveling nurses or gig workers or 9-to-5ers that need cars long term. We don't want to do the daily rental because then now it's just too much daily work, right? The demand side, guys, especially if you go with the gig economy workforce, all right, is millions of drivers who need a car to earn money, all right? Then watch what those 2 or 3 units do for the next 60 to 90 days and then decide how deep you guys want to go. I've seen several of these car flippers or dealers that literally open up a whole different vertical, right, in their business just specifically for renting out these cars, making cash flow that way, right? And that's the whole test, right? It's low risk, uses what you already own and the units where you were losing money on anyways from holding costs, right? And this essentially, once you have this engine well oiled and running, guys, This becomes a whole different profit center in your existing business that could essentially almost even take care of majority of your expenses, all right? And so if you're a dealer or a car flipper, right, here's where this lands for you, all right? The cars sitting on your lot are costing you money every single day. And there's a proven way to make them pay you weekly. Why they wait to sell? All right. Toyota dealers are already running this play. My students grind for months just to get the inventory that you guys already have. You're holding better cards than anyone entering this business. All right. So if you want to set this up at your store, I need you guys to click the link in the description to book a call with me. I'll look at your inventory and your market and map out exactly how to turn your sitting units into weekly income. This call is only for serious operators. It is not a coaching call, but if you run a dealership, that's already you guys. All right. So come in if you guys are serious and you're looking to actually invest in getting this started so we can help you out. All right. I mean, if you want to see this full system first, I have a free course on this channel that breaks down the entire rental business end to end. That should answer majority of any questions that you possibly have before you come on this call. All right. So click the card on your screen or the link that's in the description to book a call. All right. And if I gave you guys value through this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.